Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Codetition again. This is the basics part 2 video. In this video, I'm going to cover the practical parts. So the theory that we learn in code structure and basics in our last video, we are going to cover the practical for that. So we are going to do this everything in IntelliJ. So let's start. Okay, in this section, we are going to do the practical of whatever theory we read earlier in this video. So first, let me create a class here. Say welcome. Now remember one thing here, when you create a source code file or when you are creating a class here in IntelliJ, like for any ID, you don't have to give the extension .java. It will take it automatically. So you do this, then you can notice that it automatically creates the source code file as welcome.java with the class as welcome and its structure as well. So this also we read that this public is an access modifier. We'll read about this later. Also, this class is a keyword. Then what we said that a source code file can have multiple classes, but only one public class. So for that, what we can do is try to add another public class, say welcome to, and then if you see this now ID is complaining. It is saying that class welcome to is public, should be declared in a file name welcome2.java. So in any source code file, you can write only one public class, but you can write other, like without this public modifier, you can write other classes as well. So if I remove this public, then this ID will not complain. It will say, okay, I'm fine with multiple classes in the source code file, but there should be just one public class. Now, within this, the next thing that we said that in a class, there can be any number of methods, but just one method with one signature as PSVM. Now, when you give here PSVM and to enter, then it will write its actual signature of the main method. Public static void main with an argument as string args. Now try to do like add another method with the same signature. Now again, if you give two main methods with this signature, the ID will again complain. It will say, I need to have just one method with this signature. You can remove this signature or probably you can edit the signature and just probably say remove this public static thingy. And then uh, is already defined in welcome. So yeah, okay. Let's say as main two. Then this method two is changed. So a class can have multiple methods, but just one method with this exact signature. Public static void main string args. Now each statement, what is the next thing that we read? That each statement must end with semicolon. So let's just say give our statement as this is Java code. Now, if you see that this ends with semicolon, now what will happen if I remove this semicolon? It will again give this error. You can see a little red thing here, and if you go, it is saying that semicolon is expected. There's one thing more that you can notice that this ID is automatically compiling everything. You don't have to give javac command for compiling your code. But anyways, you can give from terminal as well. Now, all the compilation errors that you saw in this ID, you can also notice those compilation errors when you give javac command in the command prompt. And that command prompt kind of thing is also provided in IntelliJ. If you see at bottom side, there's a tab called terminal. If you click on that, it will open in the project directory and but our source code is in source directory, which is inside this project directory quotation. So let's go to source directory and here give javac command welcome.java. Remember giving the extension .java because this is a file name. Now once you compile this, you will notice that this dot class file is created, which is the bytecode. Now let's run our class. Now when I say Java welcome, it will say that this is Java code. So this is what we put in the main method. And this is what I explained in the theory as well. Like when we run a Java code, it will execute everything that is present in the curly braces of this main method. So everything that falls in this main method within these curly braces, that will be executed. Now we also said that each source code file can have multiple classes, but just one public class. So let's just say I give two public class here. So I should get a compilation error, and ID already indicate that this is a compilation error, but let's just say using terminal, you want to see a null do is welcome.java. Now you will notice that class welcome2 is public should be declared in a file named welcome2.java. So it gives these compilation error. Now let's remove this and probably try to compile again. So I say java c welcome.java. Now this gets compiled. So if you'll notice, there's another class file also created, welcome2.class. So it is created now. What more we learned that any class can have multiple method, but just one with definition PSVM. So let's try to give another method with the same definition as PSVM. And let's just say, yeah, don't give anything or probably give anything. But yeah, now let's try to compile this. It should again give error. When we compile, it is saying that method main string main is already defined in class welcome. So it is saying that this is already defined, you cannot use that. But to change that, we can see one more aspect of Java, which is case sensitive. So if I just make this M as capital, ID will stop complaining because now this is different because Java is case sensitive. So main with a capital M is different than a main with a small m. Now let's try to compile from here. It gets compiled. But notice one thing. Now if you give Java welcome, what it should do, it should do this one because this is the exact definition that a main method should have with a small m. So this is Java code should be printed. Now when I do that, this is Java code, it's printed. So that is also done, and you have noticed that it should have a statement should end with semicolon. Let's see what will happen if I remove this semicolon and now compile this code. It says error, semicolon is expected. So yeah, uh, that's it pretty much. If you guys have any problem doing this, then let us know in the comment section and we'll try to sort this out. Thank you. Yeah, there's one more thing that I left is like suppose this is the class welcome to and it doesn't have any main method, but it gets compiled, so it doesn't give any compilation error. But what will happen if you try to run this? What should happen? Because it doesn't have main method. If you run it, Java will go to this class and say, see, where's my main method to run? It will give this error. Main method not found in class welcome. Please define the main method as this. So it gives the exact definition as well, like it should have. So this proves that every, like if you want to run a code, it should have this main method. Otherwise, it cannot run anything. Because if you run a class, it will go to that main method with this exact same definition and then run anything that falls in these curly braces. Okay, now that's it. That concludes our this section. In this section, we discussed about Vora, we discussed about code structure, and finally did practical on what we learned today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please hit like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.